y'all, and welcome to my backyard today. So we have decided that it is time to finally take up these rocks. We delayed doing it for about a year to figure out what we wanted to do, but the inevitable came and we decided that we wanted to take up the rocks because we just cannot keep a hold of the weeds that are growing up through this landscape fabric. So that's what we're going to be working on today, is taking up the rocks and then the landscape fabric, and then we'll be going from there. So
a little backstory
wish
on
us
our
luck.
house.
Let's get started.
We purchased it in September of 2022, and we decided the first year we were just going to primarily work on the front flower bed. So we removed the sod, the landscaping fabric that was underneath, and added our boxwoods and hydrangeas, and just did a lot of beautiful work to the front. So now in 2024, we've decided to try to tackle this rear flower bed area and remove the rocks and just create a beautiful planting area. I think once we get all the rocks removed, it is going to be a really pretty place to garden. So I can't wait to get started on it this year.
Alright, so this is what it looks like underneath the landscape fabric. As you can see, there's holes, lots of little holes. The hole where the staple was put in, hole here, all these little tiny holes. If you were to hold it up to light, hundreds of holes. And so the roots get underneath here and they just web themselves underneath this fabric, and you will pull and pull and pull, and you cannot get the weeds out. They're terrible. There's a little worm. So all this fabric has got to go. So guys, it's been exactly 1 hour, and this is how far we've gotten with removing the rocks. So we are about halfway done. So we want to go all the way down there to the white pot today. So a couple more loads, and we will have this section complete. So it's going pretty good. It's just very labor intensive, and it makes you out of breath. So, all right, maybe 1 more hour and we'll be finished with this. Okay, so this is the area that I was talking about. You can kind of see how it grades down and goes into this side yard. So these are all weeds that are growing here now. Lots of onions and clover and other junky stuff. So this area right here always wants to stay super wet, and so it's really hard to cut grass in this area. Also, when you cut grass, you have to back your lawnmower up, and you have to do all these weird cuts through here. So what we're looking at doing is taking out all of this grass, and we're going to connect these two flower beds together, and we're going to we're thinking to right around where this end where it starts to curve right there. We're not really sure exactly the transition, but we want to make it easy where we can get the lawnmower in and out and be able to keep the grass cut. So all this area where the lawnmower is at and the little wagon, this little strip of grass, we're going to take that out and we're going to make that into new planting spaces. So to do that, we've got to remove all the grass that's here, but it should be pretty easy because it's really wet and it just kind of scrapes up. Then we have to add in some compost, and then we're going to add in either mulch and pine straw or just pine straw. Maybe some mulch too to help with that. So that is the plan for this side of the yard. It's going to look really good when we get finished. Okay, y'all, so this is right at 2 hours to remove the rock and to remove the landscape fabric. It was so interesting. I kept calling this stuff lava rock, but it's actually some kind of like crushed up brick. Like if you get a little bit closer in, it's like old brick that have been crushed up, which is a great way to recycle brick. But man, it sure is heavy though. You can see the different colors of brick, but you see, that's a brick. I kept calling it lava rock, but lava rock's super light and this is very heavy. So we made it here to our platinum blonde lavender. Look back this way, and you can see how poor the soil is. It is just literally just sand. It's probably from the backfill of the pool. Then we got our landscape fabric over there that we've got to dispose of. And then the next thing we're going to do is to lay down some cardboard over that grass so we can start getting it to die back. So we've done a lot. It's been a lot of work. My daughter's been a really big help because I have some back issues. So she has to do all the heavy work, bless her heart. But she enjoys gardening too, so she's a good helper to have. All right, so next we're going to get started with the cardboard. So this is all the cardboard that we had left to work with. So I say we're going to have to get a little bit more cardboard to cover up this area. But this is what we've done for today. Okay, guys, so thank you for joining me today as I was working on this little project. And we're going to do a little bit every day so we don't wear ourselves out. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it gives you the inspiration to get out there and work in your garden. Bye, friends.